Hey George, one of the really tough ones is people move their grips a lot. They have a hard time. They'll start off with the right grip and change it, or they really just can't stay with it. So what do you do with running grips?
If you teach tennis or you're coaching tennis, grip changes and getting people to serve with a proper grip on the serve is one of the toughest things. I mean, it's universal. People struggle with that when they first try it. So there's a couple of thoughts I want to have. I first like to just talk and tell them a little bit of facts. What I've noticed that when it comes to grips, there are some variations when it comes to various shots. For example, if you look at the Pro Tour, you'll see forehands that are Eastern forehands.
Right.
You'll see some variations to a semi-Western, maybe even a full Western.
Right.
On the backhand, you'll see some variations of the backhand grip, one hand, two hand, the shovel grip. There's some variations. But one thing I notice, when it comes to the serve, there's no variation. I have a standing bet with my kids that if they can find me one touring pro that serves with something other than the Continental grip, that I'll give them $50.
Right.
And it just doesn't happen. So that's a very powerful piece of evidence. As a player, as a coach, you need to know that. If 100% of the best players in the world are serving with that grip, that has to tell you something. But here's a corrective technique just to get them to do this. Obviously what you want on the Continental grip is the knuckle and the pad of the hand are going to be on bevel number 2.
Right.
Okay. Now if you use a pencil, a simple pencil, it should be on an angle like this.
Got it.
That's what will happen. If that pencil starts to get straight up and down, like it is right now, you know that that player has switched over to the forehand grip. Okay, so let's assume Marty here is having trouble, and we're going to use her as our guinea pig. I'm just going to give her a visual aid. Marty, I'm going to stick this pencil right here, okay, and you'll see that it's just inside her normal grip, okay? And I'm actually going to have you try to serve a couple with that, Marty, and see if that's just not only helps you, but it's a visual aid for you. Nice. Now Marty has a pretty good serve to begin with, but for people that don't have this Continental grip, this is a very, very effective tool to get them to do it. Another effective little gimmick, if you will, or a teaching aid is this thing that I discovered called the Zippy Grip.
Oh, I like this, George. This is really good.
Yeah, this Zippy Grip, I came across it at a convention, and what happens is I think this is a little better suited for the player that starts with Continental, but somehow mysteriously in the back they change and then they end up with forehand.
Right.
Okay, so they go, look pro, I'm set, and then next thing you know they finish, and they're like, well, what happened? So this little Zippy Grip is attached to the grip, and in this example we're going to put it on bevel 3 because this is going to ensure that she stays with a Continental. Now, the hand goes right here. That is going to anchor her hand, so she's the grip slider. It's going to stop it. This is called a Zippy Grip. Go ahead, Marty. And this is a tool in our academy. Every Thursday morning we have what's called Pick Your Practice. We allow the players to kind of pick what they want to work on, and often they pick serves. And right when they do this, I ask them, how many of you think you need grip help and how many think you need power help? Almost always there's a big bunch of them that need grip help. They know it, but they're struggling, but they know they should do it. This has been very helpful to get people to stick with it. It gives them some hope.
I like that. I can see why it's called a Zippy Grip. Like, yippee, I finally got the right grip.
That's right. So this is a couple of techniques that you can use to fix people when they have the improper grip.